In this session, we're going to take a look at installing WordPress yourself on your own server. If you know how to use your own server, it's not very difficult at all. Installing WordPress itself is actually quite easy. Setting up your server is a little bit different. Let's start by downloading WordPress. Right here it's a download, 6.1 megabytes. I'm going to put mine in my zips folder. And now it's downloading. So while that's going on, let's take a look at our database setup. I'm using DreamHost, and I'm on the databases page. We're going to create a brand new database. All the way at the bottom is create a new MySQL database. And there, our download's done. So we'll get back to that in a minute. Let's create a name for this database. I'm going to call mine OST Demo. You can use an existing host name, or you can create a new one. I'll create a new one. Then it has to be at a domain name you own. As you can see, I own quite a few, but I'm going to pick this one. And then the first user. You can take an existing database user, of which, as you can see, I have many, but we'll create a new one. We'll call it OST Demo. Put in a new password. Optional comment, we'll skip that part. And then we'll add new database now. There, our database has been created. Our host name will be set up within 5 to 10 minutes. While that's working, let's check out the WordPress file we downloaded. Here's our zip. If we double click it in Windows, it opens right up, and there's a WordPress folder. Copy that and paste it right here next to the zip. Now this process is going to be different depending on your operating system. And there we have our WordPress folder. Now in a few minutes we're going to upload that to this site, dev.t1kdevelopment.com. Now this is different from the hostname I set up for the database. That hostname was used exclusively for the database, and your end users will never see it. So now we want to upload these files. I like a program called WinSCP. It's fast and simple. And here we have WinSCP. On the left is my computer, and on the right is the server. This is the folder for this website that we're looking at. So I'm going to go into my zips folder, into WordPress, and copy everything over there. There. Now we've uploaded the site, and so we go back to our web browser and reload. And now we've begun the WordPress install. It says there doesn't seem to be a wp-config file, but we can create one simply by clicking this button. And now we have one. We're going to need the database information that we set up earlier. We click Let's Go. Our database name was OST Demo. Our username was the same. Our password is OST Demos are cool. Our database host. Because we're on DreamHost, we have to use the full host name. Most servers let you use localhost. And the table prefix. It's suggested that you not use this default because it makes it easier for hackers to try and guess your database structure and beat up on it. So we'll just make something up. Like that. We click Submit. And if you see this message, All right, Sparky, that means that your database information was correct and it's ready to go. Otherwise, it would tell you that you did not get it correct and you could go back and fix it. Now WordPress is installed. All that's left is the site configuration. Put in my email address, and I do not want search engines to index this site yet, so I click Install WordPress. And there we are. Now we have a WordPress site. Now you'll note that for the database, aside from the original configuration in DreamHost, we never actually had to go into the database and do anything. WordPress handled all of that for us. So in summary, the process was create the database, put the WordPress files into our web area, and then just simply go visit the domain name and let WordPress manage the install.